The Los Angeles Dodgers are investigating an incident involving two of their minor leaguers at the AAA level. I'm Jim Basco with the latest ESPN headlines. It involved Alex Guerrero, the Cuban infielder they signed for $28 million, and Miguel Olivo, the veteran catcher, 35-year-old Olivo, both playing for Albuquerque. They got into an altercation, and Guerrero's agent, Scott Boras, told ESPN.com that Olivo bit off part of Guerrero's ear in that altercation. We are joined on the phone by Mark Saxon, who covers the Dodgers for ESPN.com. And Mark, is there any kind of legal issue that this could amount to?
Well, it sounds like from the report from the Salt Lake police that Alex Guerrero isn't sure he's going to cooperate with the investigation, and I think probably what's going on there, teams, typically in baseball they try to keep these things sort of in-house, especially fights that break out among teammates, which is probably more common than people realize. So I would be surprised if this sort of spills out into the legal system, but I guess you never know, depending how serious, the injury is to a Guerrero.
You're talking about a catcher that's probably his best days in the big leagues are behind him. You're talking about a promising young minor leaguer who the Dodgers invested a lot of money into as well. With regards to the team's investigation, what do you suppose this can lead to for both players?
I think that's exactly right. It's very hard to see this ending well for Miguel Olivo, a guy who signed a minor league deal in just a few days ago. Despite obviously being out of options at the age of 36, he agreed to the minor league assignment. He'd in fact signed a waiver saying that he would, agree to be optioned when A.J. Ellis returns. So he's very much a guy who at this point is just viewed as depth within the organization. And Alex Guerrero, as you mentioned, they signed him to a $28 million deal, and he's tearing it up at AAA. And I think if there's some discipline handed down, I'd be very surprised if Olivo weren't on the wrong end of it.
Mark Saxon covers the Los Angeles Dodgers for ESPN.com. Mark, thanks for the insight.
Okay, Jim. Good talking to you.
Again, the Dodgers looking into an incident involving their AAA players Miguel Olivo and Alex Guerrero getting into an altercation that led Olivo to biting off part of Guerrero's ear. You can read more about this story right here on ESPN.com. But with the latest ESPN headlines, I'm Jim Basco.